Yo, what up, what up? It's the man, Big Brandon Carter. All right, so yesterday, I posted a video on how to spot a fake natty. You know, me defending my boy Keno Body and kind of going at the guys who do the fake natty videos and all that shit. And, you know, I realized I stuck my dick in the hornet's nest. And so we can expect them to make some videos about me. And that's cool. I'm not gonna make videos about them, right? Because that's not kind of my thing. I don't make videos about other people. That's not really what I do. But what I do want to do now is like, I'll just make the video easy for them. You know, like, if you do want to make a video talking shit about me, I just want to make sure you don't leave anything out. So I want to just tell you everything. So while you're doing your research, let me just make it easy. So for starters, there was a time when I was in New York when I was modeling, right? And I worked for Adidas, I done shit for brand Jordan, Nike, Puma. I was in Men's Health. I've been on the covers of other fitness magazines, a number of other shit. I also did some underwear modeling, right? So you can find pictures of me in my underwear looking gay as fuck, looking kind of gay, right? And that's cool. You know, that's a good reason to hate on me, right? But I'm pretty secure in myself, so like it was none for me to like take those underwear jobs. No matter how fruity the shit might have looked, it wasn't a big deal to me. But I know that might be a big deal to some of you. Right? I know some of you may be homophobic, and that might be an issue for you. You know, so that's a good reason not to like me. There's a lot of good reasons not to like me. We're gonna go over all of them. I'm gonna try to get to all the reasons. That's a good reason not to like me. But yeah, so but me, I don't have no issues with like the homosexual community or no shit like that. I was at a gay wedding, man. One of the dudes had a regular suit, and I guess the other dude, he was the bride. He had a motherfucking silver suit and a purple, silver and purple suit. You know, and that's, you know, it was no big deal to me. You know, it wasn't. You know, it was kind of when they said kiss the bride. They didn't say kiss the bride. He said something else, right? And I kind of like looked away, like so. That was some shit like maybe I'm a bigot, you know? Maybe I'm a bigot. That's something I need to address myself, you know? So maybe I'm not as liberal as I thought. But anyway, that's a good reason not to hate me, you know, or to not like me. Then there's what else? Oh, I put a lot of like girls in my videos. I know some people don't like that, you know. I put a lot of sexy girls, half naked girls, twerking and shit, you know, doing booty and like kind of perverted, you know, like I'm kind of a pervert. You know what I mean? That's a good reason not to like me. You know, you can use that. Some people say I do it just for views. That's actually inaccurate, because if you look at my highest view videos, all the thumbnails have like just pictures of my torso, like from here to here. They chop off my ugly ass face. from my ugly ass face is chopped off, and then it's like just to here. You know, those are the videos that get the most views. So if I was smart, every thumbnail would look like that. But I'm more perverted than I am intelligent. So there's that. I curse a lot. That's another good reason to like me. I cannot say a fucking sentence without cursing. It's a problem. I don't know why. Maybe it's the way I grew up. You know, product of my environment, and I haven't made an effort to change it or do better. If you think that's better, right? I don't think that profanity is bad. I don't think there's no such thing as a bad word. I think that words are merely collections of sounds, and they only have the power that we give them. You know, like if I say, I can say, oh, you know, my cameraman is Asian. I'm like, motherfucking Asian, right? It's the same shit, right? But it's the intent behind it, you know. So I just think it's not the words, it's the context that counts. But if you're one of those people who think that certain words are like inherently bad, then that's a good reason not to like me. What else, man? I'm a sellout. I'm a sellout. So sellout is not really the appropriate word, because it's all companies I own, all shit that I own, like the clothing line, highlifeapparel.com. That's new shit. You know, I sell programs. We give a lot of programs for free. In fact, the new one is going to be 6-pack cheat codes. You can get that joint for free. Link is in the description. It's 100% free. I don't even want your money for this one. But I do have programs you can buy as well. And supplements. I own a supplement company. Me and White Boy Brian started a supplement company a few years ago. and that's doing really well. So if you're against any of that, or if you think that like capitalism is bad, or you know, somebody promoting their products on YouTube is bad, that's a good reason not to like me, man. Then there's, I'm arrogant as fuck. I'm a goddamn, yeah, I'm just arrogant. I think really highly of myself, inordinately, you know. I think I'm like, you know, I just think too highly of myself, you know. And some people don't like that. That turns a lot of people off. So there's that. Another good reason not like me, I'm a carnivore, man. Like I eat meat. Now, I think the vegans have the moral high ground when it comes to this, right? Like, when I was younger, I didn't have pets. Wasn't around any animals. The only animals I saw was like these dogs that used to chase us after school. There was like some like stray dogs around the neighborhood, and I just had a bad experience with wild animals. And then once I met a cow, I was at a farm doing something. I don't remember why I was there, and this cow saw me, and she ran up to the gate, and we looked at each other's eyes. I was, oh man, these animals have souls. And that's something I didn't realize, because I'm stupid, right? I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm ignorant in a lot of things, right? So ignorance is the reason not like me. But let's go back to this meat thing. When I realized they had souls, and now I actually own a cat, George. You follow him on Instagram. His Instagram is Mal Mix Poppy, and you know, I realized they have personalities, and they're like creatures with souls and emotions, and that's not something I didn't really know that, because I never had pets. I wasn't around any animals, but I still eat meat, knowing that, right? And also, it's the meat industry is really bad for the environment. You know, like it's really bad for the environment, and I still do it, man. So the only reason I can think of is that I'm just selfish, you know? I'm just selfish. I care more about myself than I do the environment or these animals. And that's a character flaw. And maybe one day I'll address it. But I have so many character flaws that I don't know if that should be top of the list. So yeah, there's that. You know, I eat meat, and I think vegans have definitely the moral high ground for it. And there's a lot of evidence that says that, like, you know, excluding meat from your diet or animal products will extend your life. You know, there's that. I don't plan to live forever. You know, I'm not trying to be here forever, so like that's not a big deal to me. But you know, whatever. I suck, man. I suck. I fucking suck, bro. And then there's ignorance. You know, like I make a lot of mistakes. I do dumb shit. I do silly shit. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. The fact I'm borderline retarded. I was diagnosed with dyslexia as a kid. So if you ever see me write, you need, like, I've written 3 books, but it took a team, an army of proofreaders to make those joints legible. So there's that, you know, that like, and I made some mistakes. Like some of the stuff I've said in YouTube videos in the past are inaccurate. Like I've went back on those. Like for instance, once I talked about meat not spiking insulin, and meat certainly can spike your insulin, especially depending on the levels. Like if you eat a lot of meat, it's definitely gonna spike your insulin. That was a mistake. Once I said that, it was dumb shit. I said that whey protein doesn't spike your insulin. Whey protein spikes your insulin like crazy, you know, like really high. So there's that, you know. And I made there's a lot of mistakes you can find, or like inaccurate things that I've said in past videos that I've later retracted, but they're still there. Like those videos still exist, right? So you can go back and find clips, a bunch of clips that make me just look ridiculous if you string them together. And you know, so there's that. You know, that's a good reason I made mistakes. Another thing is I was like real extreme, like liberal, right? Like I was on that Occupy Wall Street shit. Like I was out there marching with motherfuckers, right? And now I've totally like flip-flopped that, and now I'm like a capitalist, and I totally flip-flopped on that shit. You know, now I'm friends with other people who run their own business. That's all I ever talk about is business and making money. And I used to just be like, down to 1%, we're to 99%. And that's a good reason not to like me, you know, because I totally flip-flopped on that shit. So, you know, there's that. Also, the music career, I totally just gave up on my music career. I probably play guitar better than I do anything. And I just totally gave up on being a musician. I used to be signed to Sony Records. And you know, I just gave up. Some of the, I got a lot of fucking music out. Like, oh, speaking of that, I got a song called, you can find it on YouTube now, man. It's called Blood Money. And I made the beat and I play guitar. I played all the instruments on the song. And the song's all about motherfucking Occupy Wall Street. I sound like motherfucking, what's the dude, Immortal Technique on that shit. And now I'm like the biggest capitalist, right? A lot of people accuse me of being on steroids. Now, I weigh about 185 right now, and I'm 6'2". And nobody needs steroids for that. In fact, the site nattyornot.com, and that's a site by haters for haters. And what they said was, when they were talking about me, when they covered the article about me, they said, physiques like his are naturally attainable. Now, they didn't go as far as to say, hey, Brandon's not on steroids, but they did say that it's naturally attainable. All right, so that means one of two things. Either I sucked so bad that I had to take steroids to do something that you can do naturally, or I just, you know, I did what's possible. Like, you can do it too. Like, so you can believe whatever you want to believe. If you want to believe I'm on steroids, that's cool, man. It doesn't mean shit to me. But I don't want you to do yourself the disservice of believing that you can't naturally attain my physique, right? Whether I was on roids or not, you know, whether I've taken drugs for sure. Like, I've smoked weed, you know, I smoke weed from time to time. I've done mushrooms, LSD. I fucking sold, I don't know if I want to say it, those of you know some of my other videos from my history, like there was a long time where I was like a dealer of some more intense shit, you know, recreational drugs though. And yeah, perfect timing for this. And that was like a flaw for me. Like I actually stopped dealing because like you know, I'll tell you what, I had a client overdose. At the same time, one of my boys, Esco, man, rest in peace. Esco got murdered. They found him in his car, murdered in Jersey. And then right after that, my dad shot himself in the head because he was doing some other illegal shit too. So I realized that everybody who around me was doing, I was living wrong. I was doing bad. You know, I was very, everybody around me was either dying. Oh, one of my other boys, SV, he's doing life in prison in Miami. So it's like everybody around me was getting locked up or killed, and I didn't feel right because I felt like I was doing harm to people, so I quit that. You know, but you know, that's the thing. Like I have a checkered history, you know, and I've done other shit that I can't even talk about because there's no statutes of limitations for it, right? So yeah, man, like I've done a lot of bad things, you know. So like, yeah, man, the site Natty or Not says physiques like mine are naturally attainable. So I don't want you to believe that you can't do it, you know, like you can't do it either, because it's you can. Whether you believe I'm on drugs or not, you don't need drugs to get to where I'm at. You don't need drugs to be 185 at 6'2". Now a lot of people say, hey man, but you stay ripped all year round. Well, not really. Like sometimes I'm a little flabbier than I want to be, and I don't take my shirt off. I don't post pictures of myself when I'm not ripped. You know, I don't take my shirt off up on the camera when I'm not ripped. So it's kind of like that. You know, that people say you can't stay ripped all year round unless you're on drugs. I mean, listen, I don't stay ripped, 100% ripped all year round. I have a protocol. You know, that's like where I bulk for a certain part of the time, then I cut for a certain time. But I don't do it like long periods of time like bodybuilders. I do what I call micro bulks, where I bulk for like two to 4 weeks and then cut for 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how fat how fat I get during the bulk. You know, I talk about it in my book, Ultimate Cuts, 7 Secrets to Burn Fat Fast as Hell. That book has over 700 reviews with a 5-star average, right? And so I say that to say, whether I'm fucking a drug addict or not, right? Whether you want to believe that or not, the advice that I give you guys is stuff that I've seen work for like thousands of people, like literally thousands of people. Like I've been a trainer since I was 19. I started working out when I was 16. And I've been training since then. I've been training people since I was 19 years old. And now I'm 33, right? That's a long career. And I've seen, so the advice I give you is not like shit that just worked for me, right? It's shit that I've seen work for a lot of other people. And I have evidence, like, you know, like people send me before and afters all the time. I have just plenty of clients who just made like tremendous progress, you know, so this is stuff that you, like, all these people aren't on steroids. All these people aren't doing drugs. So like, so somebody said yesterday, said, oh man, you a fake natty so you can sell your shit. You want to pretend that you're natty so you can sell your shit. Nah, man. Well, first of all, as far as that's concerned, Phil Heath sells way more shit than I do. And nobody's going around believing that Phil Heath is natty, right? Kai Green's supplement company does better than mine, you know what I'm saying? And nobody's believing that he's, you know, so that argument's pretty inaccurate, you know? And they also said, oh, if they believe that they take your shit, they'll look like you. No, nope. You don't even need supplements. I own a supplement company. I don't even think you need supplements. They might give you a boost, but the most important thing is having the right diet and the right workout plan. You can't out-supplement a bad diet. You can't even out-train a bad diet. Your diet is the most important thing. It's not magic. You know, some of these other supplement companies will try to tell you, hey man, you take this shit, you'll be just like this model we hired. But I'm telling you, no, you won't. In fact, like, you take all my shit and do all my workouts, it's still no guarantee that you'll look like anything close to me, right? Because you got to remember, I've been training since I was 16 and I'm 33. So like, it's gonna, if you do have it, if you do, you'll make improvements though. Like and I know that from experience. The people who follow our protocols make improvements, you know, in their physique. And it's about optimizing yourself. It's not about looking like me. You know, like, you have to put in the same amount of years I put in to look anything like me. But you don't have to look, you don't even have to, like, you can take my shit away from it. Like, you can just take me out of the equation. Just look at the reviews of the book, the people just look at the testimonials we get from people. People send that shit to me all the time. I post it on my Instagram all the time. Read the reviews of the book, man. We've already established that I'm a motherfucking dumbass, right? Do you think I'm smarter than Jeff Bezos? Like, I can like outsmart Amazon's algorithm and like get all these fake reviews, 700 fake reviews? I mean, you got to make up your mind. Either I'm a motherfucking genius that can outsmart one of the most profitable e-commerce company of all time, or I'm a dumbass. Or you know, like I can't be both. I can't be a super genius and a dumbass. I think I'm a dumbass who just been training, who has a particular skill set, and that skill set is teaching people how to optimize their physique. And I've been doing that for a long time. So whether you believe I'm on drugs, I don't really give a fuck, because it's not even about me. It's about you. It's about the people who I've trained and helped accomplish their goals. And there's like too many to count. Like, it's too many. It's just too many. Like, so I'm rambling a little bit right now. There's probably even more shit you can think that I just suck, bro. I just suck in a lot of ways. But one thing I can do is I teach people how to optimize their physique. That's probably my one saving grace, my one redeeming quality. You know, some people might call me out on like the full day eating, you know, how, like the stuff I eat, or like I had that shake, 1,500 calorie shake, and they might say that that's going to kill you, or that's bad for you, or all that stuff. You know, all right, cool. You know, I'm just saying that my advice has helped a lot of people. You know, my advice has just helped a lot of people. Somebody said, oh man, just dumbasses who think they're going to look like you. Nah, man. I mean, this is people who put in work and they optimize their physique. You know, they make improvements, they lose weight, they build muscle. And there's just too many testimonials. Like, all these people can't be wrong. All these people, unless you think all these people are lying to me for some weird reason, you know, like, I don't know why they would do that. But, you know, you can believe what you want to believe. You know, you can call me out on that shit too. Now, it's on the other side of the coin, some people say, hey, you're not even that big and you call yourself Big Brandon Carter. Well, I started saying Big Brandon Carter really just for search engine reasons, right? Because there was another Brandon Carter who was playing football when I first started YouTube. He was playing college football at like a pretty good school, and he would come up first in the search results. So I was like, all right, so I'll just say Big Brandon Carter, so, you know, I don't have to compete with this motherfucker at this D1 school. Then there's another motherfucker who's in the WWE named Brandon Carter, but he was like one of the like guys you never heard of, but you know. So the big, you know, I just put that in there just to differentiate my see, look at man, look at my dumb ass. Differentiate myself from the other Brandon Carter, you know. And yeah, I'm not that big, man. I really like. In fact, when I first, if you look at this, the beginning of this page, the first videos, I weighed about 170, 175, like around there. Like, look at the old videos. And then over the course of like 2 years, I gained about close to 20 pounds in 2 years. That's less than a pound a month. Like, you just don't need drugs for that, you know? Like, you just don't need drugs for that. And if I was on, like, steroids work better than that, man. Like, way better than that. So, I don't know, man. But you can believe what you want to believe. The fact is, physiques like mine are naturally attainable, according to Natty or not. And you can get it. I mean, like, something people hate on me is that I haven't got much bigger over the past, and that's true. I don't think my body wants to be over 190. Like, I've tried, man. I think I think that's like around my natural limit where I can be lean. Like, every time I get above 190, I get kind of like, my abs kind of like fade away. You know, I get a little chubby and face blows up, and I can't get there, man. I just can't. Even 190, it's like my max is staying lean, and I can't. It's hard for me to maintain. Like, it keeps slipping down back to 185. So I think that's where I'm at. I think that's my limit. You know, like, I think that's about my limit. But maybe not. I'm gonna keep trying. We'll see what else I can do. Another thing people hate on me is for the full body workout shit, right? Because I promote doing full body workouts. I didn't start getting bigger till I started doing that. You know, I was in good shape around 175, but when I started doing full body workout, man, I started really blowing up. That's like that's one of the things that I agree with. That's one of the things I'm happy that Vegan Gains has been promoting, right? Because I think that's optimal for natural bodybuilders, and I'm glad he's putting that out there. You know, maybe if they don't believe me, maybe they'll believe him. You know, so that's cool. But some people hate on me for it because it's uncommon, because we've all been told the splits work, and splits might work best for you, right? The only way you'll know is if you test it. Like, you know, test it. Like, do it for a few months, see if you get good results versus what you're doing, because everybody's a little different. We're all going to respond a little differently to different stimuli. Like, most people, like, all the textbooks will tell you that, you know, 8 to 14, the rest of 8 to 14 are best for size, but I noticed that I get bigger at 6 to 8, maybe 10, but like around the 6 to 8 range is a good range for me to build size. So I say that to say everyone's different, and the only way you're gonna know is if you test it. But whatever, man, you can hate on me for that too. You know, hate on me for that too. You know, I'm not the greatest guy, man. I got a lot of flaws. But having that said, a lot of people are taking my advice and getting some great results, and I am proud of that. And whether you believe I'm on drugs or not, those people get results following my protocol. Those people get results following what I've laid out, for them. So, whatever.